Hello guys, this is Busticap, and this is gameplay on Operation Metro. Like the title suggests, in this video I'm going to tell you what I'm thinking while the gameplay is going on. Kind of like an instructional video telling you some tips, but instead of telling you exactly what I'm thinking while it's going on, to really get the point across that it's not about the score and it's about the gameplay itself. The final score is not going to be posted at the end of the video, so I'm sorry about that. At the beginning you just saw that I am checking who's playing the game on the other side. I do so because you'll see later on in the video that I like to stay in a certain area for a little bit longer than I necessarily would if the players are a little bit higher leveled. I mean, sometimes lower level players are better than higher level players, but generally the higher level players have a little bit more skill. I'm also not playing with anyone in Quantic Takedown in my squad. There are a few people playing in other squads on both sides of the game. So you can see that I'm really trying to really show you what's going on in my head, aside from everyone else on the team. You see that I do stay behind and cap the first objective before I run on. And I see that guy right in front of me, so I let him sort of be like a bait. See what's going on up there before I actually get up. Usually this is a choke point that a lot of people stay in, so I'm just looking around. You'll see that I kind of take a pause. There you go, before I start moving. And that's to spot anyone that could be there. As you just saw, that guy is on the floor over there. He's dead. The reason why I'm not going to revive him, which is something that a lot of people should really consider, is that especially in this map, when you have those rows, you're generally going to have at least 3 or 4 people staring you down. I already know right there, like that. I stayed out a little too long and people started shooting at me, so I want to make sure that I keep myself safe so I can help my team stay safe, if that makes sense. I want to make sure that I stay alive so I can help these guys if anything does happen. See that my teammates are rushing up a little bit. No one's firing anything, so I'm assuming that it's clear. So I come a little bit closer and I take a position on this side. Again, I'm constantly spawning. I see that there are a few people in there. I'm not really aiming to kill, I'm just aiming to stun, at least. Kind of show my teammates that don't already know that there's someone in there, that someone might be there. Maybe get a guy out of there. If I get a hit marker, great. If I don't, then it's no big deal. Generally, when I shoot an area like that, like right there, I didn't see the person, but I still shot in that general direction, because sometimes getting suppression kill assist is just as good as getting the kill, because it shows my teammates that there might be someone there. For people that don't know what a suppression assist is, it's when your screen kind of goes blurry and black and white for a second. Coming through this side, I always know coming into the game that this is potentially going to be a choke point, so I come through a little bit slowly. I see fire coming there, so the first thing I do is spot. The middle over there is generally an area that I wouldn't rush directly into. This area over here, I decided not to try to jump over the fence because it usually doesn't work. This building a lot of times has a few people in it, so you want to be very cautious coming in. But if there's no one in it, the first thing you want to do is come here if you're the first person in their base. I'm looking over here, spawning, making sure that none of these guys get close to my team, whichever way I can. Get one kill there. Always looking around, making sure I stay covered. I don't see anyone over there, so I come back to this side. There are a few people over there. I start shooting blindly, and someone starts shooting at me right there. Get that last shot off and get a pretty lucky double kill right there. I have a feeling someone was going to come up these stairs. The first thing I do is rush up, wait for someone to come. You never want to kind of camp out in this area because you never know if someone's going to come up. So you should look out that window, make sure that nothing's going on. I stay here for a few more seconds, no one's coming up, so I run back down. Give it one more try, there's no one there. I sit back for a second and see this guy coming up, so I easily take him out, but I die. Still looking up at the rosters, seeing who's there. The reason why I'm leaving all these deaths in the game video is because in a normal game lobby, when I die, I like to look at the person that killed me. I like to see their surroundings, see if they're staying in the same place, you know, camping somewhere, or if there's someone around them. This time I know that if I go there, I have to be a little bit cautious of that area. If there was someone there with him, as you'll see sooner, the guy that kills me is near a few other players. So when I go back there, I want to be a little bit more cautious, make sure that doesn't happen to me again. I make sure no one's coming up any closer because I don't see too many players ahead of me. See that there are a few people dead over there, so I blindly rush forward and I get taken out. You can see that there was a guy right next to him, so next time I come back around, I'm going to make sure that I don't get taken out by him. I see the guy rushing out to the other side. I'm assuming he was going to the left side, so I'm going to watch both sides carefully and make sure that no one's there before I go any further. No one's come this close yet. I'm spawning in all directions. I don't want to run blindly out into that area again, so I take this hallway. This is usually a choke point as well, so I'm checking all the corners, making sure that no one's there. This seems like they could have gotten this close, so I take a position in there. I don't see anyone, so I run around. The reason I chose the LA582 is because coming into this game, I decided that it would be a little bit more beneficial to use a gun that's a little bit more accurate with a slower rate of fire, as long as the accuracy was a little bit higher. You'll see that I do take a lot of shots off from longer distances. Right there, you'll see that I crouch behind it, and somehow I still get taken out, but it's no big deal because I see that they got taken out as well. There was the guy still back there, so I was hoping that my teammates saw him, because I'm not just gonna run back there just to get one guy. I like to keep my objective in sight.
Attack this objective.
Running back here, I see that my teammate is still this close, so there's really nothing to be afraid of until I come up here. You never want to just rush out into this area because they have a huge view on you. Make sure there's no one to the sides because there wasn't anyone there earlier, and get taken out there too. I did get a spot off on him, but it was a little bit too late. I have seen that same position taken a few times in similar games. It's a very hard position to kill a guy in because you generally won't see the person until it's already too late. I get stuck here, so that takes up a few seconds of my time. Just kind of jumping around, and I get free. Spawns on this map usually aren't that bad as far as I can see, so I wasn't too annoyed with that, and I come back. See that he runs by and there are bullets flying in that area, so I just throw one grenade out. There's a guy over there, so I just start shooting at him and I take him out. Help my teammate. There was a guy there before, so I'm making sure that I'm cautious here. Spotting everything. And there's no one there, so I run back to the front. Remember to spot everyone. That really helped me out in this case. I wouldn't have seen him from that distance if I didn't spot. And I decided that as long as I'm here, I might as well flank around. Spotting the windows, I just saw a gunfire coming from there, and I get a few shots off at this guy. Not really having any luck, but at least he's not shooting at my teammates. We just captured their objective, so now they're spawning all the way on the other side next to that building. So I just quickly throw a grenade and I turn around and I rush back. Rushing forward, I see the guy's still there, so I just start shooting at him, take him out, and I push forward into the building again. I don't know if this guy's coming through or not, so I come out because I already have a teammate in the building. I don't see anyone in this area, so I take up a post here. This is when that level thing from the beginning comes up. I know that most of the people on their team are a little bit lower level, so I can take up a position here. Maybe blindside them a little bit. People that are higher leveled generally have played on this map a lot more than people that are lower leveled. So the lower level people might not really realize that I get this close. Maybe they don't see me on the ground over there. When a team gets forced this far back, generally they'll have more snipers. So it's a good idea to stay back in these windows a little bit, kind of spot them out. Your team's definitely going to have snipers as well, so it's good to play support to those players. I get taken out there by a sniper, of course, and I get revived, so it's no big deal. You never want to stay in the same position for too long. Like I said, I got sniped there, the guy saw me stand back up, so the first thing I do is run away. Make sure no one's coming up on this objective, spotting everything. Even if you don't see someone, you should still spot, just to make sure. Spotting again through the trees. This guy's not moving, but he does, and I can still get through. I want to make sure that both of us aren't coming through at the same time so we don't get jammed again, so I let him go first, and I take a position by this window, taking out the teammates. See right there, I did get a spot bonus, which means that I helped one of my teammates see him, so it's very important. That guy might have gotten by if I didn't get that spot. See guy over here, this goes back against that level thing. I'm staying here a little bit longer because maybe they don't know that you could look through these buildings. Maybe they haven't seen it yet. They haven't seen a person. So I see that there are people looking in that direction. I see a lot of people actually. So I jump out and I come up to these posts on the sides. Take the guy out and I move. One post to another, I'm constantly spotting, making sure that I don't stay there for long enough time. I see bullets flying past my head. That guy suppressed me, by the way. And I start moving side to side. No luck, so I move to another post. Bullets flying again, I'm constantly moving, making sure these guys don't have an accurate sight on me. And I run around to the other side. Get a few good shots on this guy. He retreats a little bit. Another guy comes up. But I can't stay there for too long. I know that because they've got snipers there. So sooner or later they're going to see me, and I'd rather not find out later. I'd rather not find out sooner. I want to make sure that he doesn't see me for as long as time as possible. The guy does get a nice shot on me, so I have to leave. The guy knows exactly where I am and he was watching me. So the first thing I do is come up in a building. This tactic could be used for many different purposes. For instance, if you're trying to shoot down a tank or any type of air vehicle and they know where you are, you should move, get a new position, and try to flank around the opponent again. I saw that there were a few people there, so the first thing I do is come up in the building, hope that the guy's still looking at the ground. Getting some spots on these guys, getting a few shots off. And I get one more kill, and the game's over. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you guys might want to see another video of this, maybe for a vehicle or a certain weapon, map, anything, just leave me a comment. So thanks for watching, and there'll be more to come soon. See you later.